Hi, this is a reading on the energy of P. Diddy and the gatekeepers. So, I'm going to try to make this a quick reading. I just went through a slide to show you that in the music industry, this has always been going on. These men, these musicians, these actors, these producers, they have always been messing with young girls and boys. And we're going to talk about it. So, we're going to do a tarot card reading on the energy and the outcome for Diddy and these gatekeepers. And as we see them taking him down right now. These record labels are ran by gatekeepers who work for the devil, and the devil was the angel of music. And the people of these elite families that own these record labels, these entertainments, movies, Hollywood, politics, politicians, the families that work in these industries, own these industries, they all worship the devil to maintain money and power and control and to harness the energy of humans from us and like give it to the dark side, give it to the devil. It's all about the harnessing of energy. And they've learned that it's all about energy to have the power, the control, the money, and everything else that comes with it. So it's like there's the devil, and then there's the gatekeepers, the elite, and then there's the workers, which are like the artists and the actors, producers, directors, P. Diddy, Jay-Z, Yo Gotti, that kind of stuff. And then there's the lower workers that are like the baby mamas, the IG models, the groupies, those kind of workers, right? Those are the lower levels, the parents who pimp these kids out and sell them. Um, and as long as you're working for these gatekeepers and you are pushing the agenda and you are bringing more souls and more energy, they will make a deal with you and give you the fame and the fortune and the money and the power and, all the clout and vanity and sex and drugs you can ever want or imagine. But when your time is up, you will pay the price, and it's going to be a price that you pay in this life or the next. 2 years ago, I did a DMX birth chart reading, and it's on the channel. And in that reading, DMX told us that P. Diddy was involved in his murder, and that it's always those that are closest to you. And, it was all going to come out and be revealed. And he tried to warn. And, DMX talked about the blood contracts and the soul contracts from these record labels, and that, Diddy had brought it forth, and he had shown me how he kept signing these contracts, and then it was like blood was dripping down the pen, and he realized like he was signing these contracts with his soul. It's a soul contract. These contracts are way more than what people realize that these record labels are bringing to this artist, and they don't read it, they just sign it, and there's so much in there. Now, when people figure it out, some want out when they figure it out, when they realize what's really going on, and some are actually like willing participants when they even realize what's going on. But everybody pays a price, and at the end of the day, it's all just an illusion. And I see energy, so I see people's energy, I feel people's energy, and I have said since 1994, I do not like Diddy's energy. I feel the same way about Jay-Z and Yo Gotti and Dr. Dre. There is something not right, and I just stick to that. I don't like their energy. I know they make great music, blah, blah, blah. Everybody loves them. They're shoved down our throats. I don't like that guy. And every time I see Diddy, I think this fucking guy, because you're allowed to work for these gatekeepers. You're allowed to make deals and, bring them money, bring them energy. It's like you can make deals with these gatekeepers, but you're not allowed to be independent. They send in their baby mamas, their IG models, their underage girls, the drugs, the scandals, the legal problems. They'll send in these things. If you refuse, if you continue to be a problem, then they're going to have you assassinated, like Tupac, Nipsey, Biggie, Dolph, DMX. If you're trying to, fight against this and send a positive message and be independent, something always happens to you. You seem to, like I said, overdose, your plane crashes, you die from gang violence, or you can get tax fraud and bankruptcy. I mean, ask Birdman and Master P about that. Even if you have your own independent label, seems to be all these independent later labels fail, or they sign somehow with other artists connected to bigger record companies, which are always the same exact record labels and record companies. Now, there's magic and energy manipulation involved with real success on this level. And no one who reaches this multi-million dollar, multi-billion dollar, status with all this, success and fame and fortune. Okay, you're not going to reach that without manipulating the energy and understanding that energy that is so important. There is a transfer of energy, there is a power of energy, and it's all tied into success and fame and fortune. And, your talent and your success and your hard work will only take you so far. And all people learn at a certain point. They get to a certain point in success and they figure out that the energy must be manipulated to gain that level of power and success. However, that's going to be, you have to manipulate the energy. Now, you can do it through prayer, okay? You can do it through chanting. You can do it through charity work, right? You can do it through voodoo, hoodoo, witchcraft, remote viewing, manifestation, the law of attraction, psychic abilities. This is all occult stuff, but you will end up having to use the occult to manipulate the energy to gain that kind of success. That's just the way it goes. Somewhere along the way, somehow on this ladder of success, you will learn. Someone will show you. Maybe you were born into it. Maybe it's been passed down. Somehow you realize that to reach a certain level of success, you're not getting any higher without learning some magic. And then when you figure that out, here comes the devil and the gatekeepers, and they show up. And if you make the deal, there are certain requirements. And pay attention because you'll see all the time these people that are constantly getting to that level, making the deal, and then getting to the next level. And then you'll see when they're done and they're done being used by these gatekeepers, they are taken down over and over again. The contracts and the price that you have to pay in this music entertainment industry, it's all an illusion at the end of the day. Because you'll make this deal and it's the price you have to pay, and you manipulate the energy, and if you decide to go with these gatekeepers and work for the devil, like Diddy has done for so many years right in front of all of us, you know, you decide to do that, it's all an illusion in the end, and they take it back. Um, it was all an illusion when it comes to P. Diddy. He never owned anything, and his talent was limited and mediocre. But he was willing to be that worker. He was willing to make those deals, and he was willing to bring others to the gatekeepers, you know, through this music, through these contracts, through these blood contracts, these binding, soul binding contracts. He was bringing these people to them. And every artist he signed, they're all dead, they're all in jail, they're all, you know, had issues. He has their masters. You guys know the story. All the women, all the baby mamas, all the wives, all the women in his life always used, abused, and sacrificed. And now we're even seeing his children being sold and abused and sacrificed. But he was never anything but out for his own. He was selfish. He was using everyone. I view people like him that have this energy as like Uncle Toms. They are literally selling out their own people for their own power, greed, and selfishness. And they definitely made a deal with the devil, and now it's time to pay the price because your contract's up. That's it. And it's funny to me because Diddy only had this pain, this fame and this power and this fortune because the gatekeepers, like Clive Davis, allowed him to have it. And he was able to have it as long as he was their bitch, literally. He had to go out there and put in the work and find the talent and bring the artists to him. And he had to go and be their little bitch and literally suck dick. That's what it was. And as long as he was doing that, oh, he was famous. They were giving him awards. He was the best thing ever. They were shoving down their throats, telling us how great he was. But it was all an illusion. And he made a deal. And now, like always, usually when you make a deal with the devil, it's usually an illusion. And you usually end up paying the price, and nothing is what he told you it was. He's the, father of lies here. And you're working for his people, and you're working for him, and you're bringing people to him. Eventually, you were going to get burned in this life or the next. They've always done this. these gatekeepers, these elites, the people that really run this country have always done this. They've always owned the media. They've always owned the politicians. They've always owned this country. They've always, you know, created the narrative, pushed the narrative. They've always put it out there. They've been doing it forever. Diddy's not the first, and he's not going to be the last. This whole Diddy and Cassie thing has been going on since forever, and there's plenty more for them to set up and take down. You know, R. Kelly and Aaliyah, I mean, Bill Cosby, all these people, and R. Kelly was 30 and Aaliyah was 14. We all knew that. We all knew that, and they were in our face. They were on TV. They were, it was so obvious. We all knew he was 30 and she was 14. You know, Jay-Z met Beyonce when she was 16. They started dating when she was 18. You know, he was 30. You know, he had that girl married by 19, pregnant by 20. And he's like 30, 32 years old. Grown ass man. Jay-Z was grooming Beyonce and she was bought and sold, traded, you know, by her parents, like so many of these other girls, like all those girls I put up in those pictures to show you that this entertainment industry has always been doing this. This music industry has always been right in front of our faces. And it's so crazy. You know, you could just go down the line. Dr. Dre was 24. His girl was 14. Marvin Gaye was 34. His girl was 17. You know, Marcus Houston, the actor from Sister Sister, was 38. His girl is 18 years old. It's part of the deal that you make when you decide to sign these contracts. It's part of what it is. The gatekeepers push and set up these pedophilic relationships, and these people willingly do it, and they put it in our faces, and they decide when it's a problem and when it's not. And it's all about the deal. Diddy made a deal and he made sacrifices and he was willing to participate with Cassie and Kim and everybody else and all these people. And it's so funny how the public sense, you know, the public humiliation and all these sentences, it's only for the people that the gatekeepers say it is for. And when they say it's for, in the meantime, they just put it in our face. Because as I said, through all those pictures, you know, look at Jerry Lewis. This has been happening forever. Back in the 50s, rock star, Great Balls of Fire. He's the one that sings that song. He married his 13-year-old cousin in Mississippi because at the time in Mississippi, anyone over the age of 12 could be married without parental consent. And there was no trafficking laws that he broke, even though he took this 13-year-old girl across state lines to go marry her. His cousin, they also didn't charge him with any kind of incest laws. None of that was enforced on Jerry Lewis. They publicly married. You know, she was 13. He was a major rock star, and nobody ever says anything about it. Nobody ever pressed any charges against him. He died just recently, and he was in his 80s. Elvis Presley is 24 when he was married to Priscilla Presley at age 14. You know, she's like a Beyonce. Met her at 14, married her at 16, had her knocked up by 18. Same kind of shit. Parents signed her over. I mean, these parents are not innocent. Priscilla just had a movie come out in 2023 about her and Elvis's love story. Okay. Everybody was talking about it. It was on Entertainment Tonight. The bitch is doing interviews again. She's relevant again. Everybody's talking about it. Nobody's batting an eye at the fact that Elvis was 24 with the teenager in the public eye and nobody said anything. She was so beautiful, though. She was so mature. Get the fuck out of here. She was a child. Where are her parents? Oh, they're selling her. They're pimping her out. And it just keeps going. Actor Paul Walker from Fast and Furious was 33. His girlfriend was 16 years old, and she was a friend of his daughter's from high school. Brad Pitt was in his mid-20s, and he dated both Juliette Lewis and Christina Applegate, who were 16 and 17 years old. They were at award shows for these movies publicly together. Director Woody Allen married his adopted daughter that he had raised her whole life. He's 35 years older than her. They're married now, and they have two adopted daughters that this psycho's probably grooming and molesting right now. But you know what? He's on the red carpet with his daughter wife, and nothing is said about it. Director Luc Besson, he met his wife when she was 12 years old. He became her legal guardian by the time she was 15 and married her by 15. At 16, she was pregnant. He met her when she was 12. By 16 years old, this man had this woman married and pregnant. Where are her parents? Oh, that's right. They must be like Beyonce's parents and Priscilla's parents and Justin Bieber's parents, because somehow this 12-year-old was with a grown fucking man. But hey, he's a great director and he made the movie The Fifth Element, so nobody said anything about it. It's fine. Baby groupies, Lori Maddox and Sable Starr have told us in multiple interviews, and they have written books about having sex with major rock stars at the age of 12 and 13 when they were major rock stars, grown men. And these girls were baby groupies that were passed around. Again, where are your parents? That's right. They're the ones pimping them out. But we see the pictures. I Googled all those pictures. It's public knowledge. You can see these grown men with these little girls. It looks absolutely disgusting. Nobody says anything. And these girls talked about being baby groupies and being passed around to rock stars like David Bowie and Iggy Pop and Aerosmith's Steven Tyler, and nobody said anything about it. They were passed around publicly, and they were 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18 years old. By the time they're 20, they're already knocked up, married, and pregnant by these grown men. It's absolutely gross, and they put it right in front of our face, and nobody says anything about it. And these boys aren't safe either. And this P. Diddy case is showing us that with Justin Bieber and Usher and that Breisher kid and even Tevin Campbell from back in the 90s have all talked about it being passed around to grown men publicly. We as a society, we really need to do better. I don't understand why we allow this. We all see, that R. Kelly was a grown man with 14-year-old Aaliyah. Like, why do we keep buying his music? Like, why do we keep defending him? Why are other women continuing to give up their children and participate in this or whatever? I mean, these Chilean milk cells are all over the place, and you can't tell me that these women that are married to these men don't understand what the fuck is going on and aren't participating in it, or at the very least just turning a blind eye, which is absolutely ridiculous and disgusting. And we as a society really need to do better. We gotta do better by these kids. And, I get it. They shove this shit down our throat all the time, and you hear it all the time. I like some R. Kelly music. I understand. I watch all the Fast and Furious movies, whatever, but I also understand who these people are. And I'm not trying to support them or anything. And I let everybody know, while everybody's sitting here talking about, oh, Paul Walker's so good looking, I cannot get past the fact that he is with the little girl. Elvis is the king of rock and roll. I can't get I don't understand why y'all let that happen. How come nobody says anything about that? I will say that anytime any of these people are brought up, do not turn a blind eye to it. Recognize it, see for what it was, do better by these children. I can't believe this has been going on forever. But again, these gatekeepers, these deals with the devil that you're making, you will pay the price in this life or the next. It's all an illusion. They will take it away from you. You never really had in any fucking way. And now you're going through a public humiliation, but it's 2024. The age of Aquarius is here. Pluto return is here, and it is revealing everything. But people, it is time to pick a side. I made this channel because of missing children and because of the fact that 350,000 missing children every year go missing in just the United States alone, and nobody's saying anything. We can't find them. These parents are pimping out their kids. Like, it's just ridiculous. Social services in these states are terrible. Like, you get these motherfuckers, you get them in jail, they get a slap on the wrist. There's no habilitation. Just kill these people, all right? But stop putting it in our face. And then when they put it in your face, call it out for what it is. Don't collaborate with evil at all, because it's time to pick a side, and God is good. And he doesn't want us doing this to our children, and we should stop it. We should say something when we see it. And now we will see what the tarot cards say about the energy around P. Diddy. There's so much going on with this case right now. There's so many rumors. There's so much everything. You can Google it. You can see it. It's all over the news channels. See, the gatekeepers went ahead and decided your time was up, and now they were going to humiliate you, and now they were going to call you out. Now they were going to get, pull out all those tapes and all those things. These people don't lie to you. When you get to a certain level, it is a glass ceiling. I'll tell you that right now. There are gatekeepers. It's a glass ceiling. It's a big club. You're not fucking in it. Whatever you want to call it. It is what it is. They don't let you in and they don't lie to you about what they want to do. You could be offered a movie, but you know what? We want you to fuck this 75-year-old producer and 6 of his friends. We're going to do a whole gangbang on you and we're going to record it. And then, we'll get you that 3-movie deal and you're going to be a big star. Just like Gwyneth Paltrow or J-Lo or, you know what I mean? These girls are making deals. These people are making deals. Some of them born into it, some of them sold into it, some of it willing participants. And anytime you try to speak out, I'm telling you, they take you out. They take you out. So let's see what the energy is around Diddy and all of his law issues, right? All right, well, what do we got? We have the 9 of Cups. So it was all happiness, right? It was all wish fulfillment. It was all partying and drinking and sex, drugs, and rock and roll and good times. All your wishes came true here. It was a genie in the bottle here in the past, but here in the present, well, you got a King of Wands. So trying to mess with magic, maybe trying to manipulate the energy, make something happen. You're still the king on your throne, or there's a fire sign coming for you. You know what I mean? Let's see, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius coming at you. And then what's in the future? Well, we got the Magician. Looks like a lot of trickery, a lot of fraud. Manifesting things, making things happen. Aries energy, more Aries energy. It's about the hand being quicker than the eye, like a street magician, always. And look what's on the bottom. There he is, the devil. What did I just tell you? These people work for the devil. They're making contracts with the devil. They are participating in things like pedophilic activity because it's evil, low level energy. That's what this fucking guy wants you to do. So all of these contracts, everything, look, what did I just say? Seems like perfect. Someone's on your ass now. You might even be trying to manipulate the energy yourself. But it was all lies. And you owe this motherfucker what you owe him, right? Told you. Anyway, let's keep going and see. Past with that 9 of Cups. All good. All my wishes are fulfilled. Out here just living it up. Causing controversy, causing fighting, jealousy, hatred, quarrels between people, jealousy, lots of challenges and fighting and issues. Oh yeah, he was living it up and all his artists are dead. They're losing their masters, All these kids are victims. I mean, let's be for reals here, but he's holding on to what he has with the 4 of Pentacles. Right? That's definitely the past energy. Now let's verify this King of Wands. Who or what is this King of Wands in the energy around Puffy? This would be the present energy. So as I said, this King of Wands is either an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or it is him trying to maintain that status of being King of Wands. Like, no, I can do anything. I'm the King of Fire. I can manipulate. I'm a sorcerer. I can make the magic work for me somehow. Well, from what I hear, rumor has it, he took off, right? So let's see. Who or what is his King of Wands? Verify. Yeah, defeat. Look at that. So you're either trying to manipulate the energy, you're either trying to stand in your power, be a sorcerer and King of Wands energy, and you're failing, or this King of Wands is coming for you because it's over. There ain't nothing but defeat here with the 5 of Swords. You're failing. And there's a lot of confusion around you. And there's a lot of choices. And you're like, what do I do? Because I got 7 cups here. So this is emotional. This is very, oh my God, there's so many choices. I don't know what to do. Should I turn myself in? Should I flee? What's going on? It doesn't matter because right now, this king is in defeat. Or this other king's coming for you because your time's up and you're now defeated. Verify one more for this King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, King of Wands, defeat, and travel. What did I just say? They're coming for you. They are coming for you. And he apparently, as we just said, got on his private jet and took off to the Caribbean or some shit, right? After they've done raided his places and arrested his children, he's on his way out. But it doesn't matter because they're coming for you either way. Let me tell you what else the Six of Swords can mean sometimes. It can mean astro travel. Didn't I say there was a dark side you owed something to? And it's all faded and you made the contract and you got a little luck here, this is all faded with the Wheel of Fortune, and you may have just gotten away for now, right? But defeat's coming and they're coming for you, and you can run if you want to, but I don't think you're gonna be able to hide very long. In the meantime, here in the future, what do we got? Well, we got that tricky little magician. Aries energy, magician energy, is about manifestation. What did I say? Like, people that get to this level, all right, every fucking time, I don't care who they are, I don't care what they do, I don't care if they're a politician, I don't care if they are a freaking lawyer, doctor, famous person, multimillionaire, whatever, entertainment industry, you get to a certain level, you realize you must manipulate the energy through prayer, through manifestation, through law of attraction, through voodoo, hoodoo, through fucking witchcraft. I don't know, I don't care what you're using, but you're using something. And here it is in the future with that magician card. It's about that trickery, that fraud, that illusion. Also, what did I say about the gatekeepers? They decide when and who, and look at that, planning with the Seven of Pentacles. As I was just saying, they decide when and who and how your time is up. They decide when it's done. I was laughing at that Jonathan Mayers guy or whatever that got in trouble with that little snow bunny. And, he had just been in, Creed and all those kind of things. And then, his whole career is open and this and that. I'm like, I tell people all the time, you're not going to get successful in Hollywood unless you're sucking and fucking. That's just it. That's just the way it goes. Take it from someone who got there and didn't make the fucking deal. You're not going to get there unless you're sucking and fucking in Hollywood. That's just how Hollywood works. That's just how the music industry works. Like, these people are doing that. That's just what they do. And they don't tell you how long it's going to be for. So you did all of this and you got 2 movies. You were famous for like 6 months. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes your purpose is up. Your contract is done. We don't need you no more. Some of them can go for years. Some of them go for 6 months. Look at all the cast of High School Musical. Where the fuck are they? Half of them are dead or having fucking absolute fucking mental breakdowns. These kids were so famous so early and dead by 24, 25. Oh, and it just happened to be that, I went out on the boat with my 2-year-old and drowned. Get the fuck out of here. Come on now. These people are killing these people. They're done with you. You have served your purpose. You brought enough souls, contracts, energy, whatever we needed. We're done with you now. And we never told you how long that was going to be. We didn't tell you it was going to be 30 years. We didn't tell you it was going to be 40 years. It could be 4 months. You never know. And it's all an illusion anyway, because even if we give it to you, we can take it all back from you. And here's that trickery. And here's that planning on how are we going to take it all back for you. And here's that magic that we're really using against you. And here's Puffy trying to use the magic, trying to manipulate, manifest whatever he's got to do and trying to plan here. And if it was all his and he was so talented and oh no, April, you don't understand. He had a record label and he was bad and he's a king in New York. Only because they allowed him to be. And they're about to freeze all his accounts and raid his house and go through all his assets and take all his masters. And he ain't gonna have shit anyway. Because they control it, not him. Walking away. Look at that with the 8 of Cups. So there is planning. There is heartache here. All right. Look at that with the 3 of Wands. And there is truth right here with the Ace of Wands. So it's also, the truth is coming out. It's cutting through obstacles. It's forward movement. They're busting him. They're taking him down either way. There's heartache here all around. There's been so many people that are victims of this man and this situation. And it's just these gatekeepers in all together in the entertainment, in the politics, in the music industry. I'm saying all of it. This is what happens every fucking time. Don't make deals with these motherfuckers. It's not worth it. It's all an illusion. They take it back every time they want. The 8 of Cups can also mean astro travel. This is about seeking. This is about leaving the past behind, all of those things. He's either going to go on the run okay, and try to like run it out and everything, try to run away here with the Eight of Cups. Or sometimes it is crossing over to the other side. Now, with that magician energy here and the planning energy here, I wouldn't doubt if this motherfucker tried to fake his own death. Puffy ain't built like that. Let's be real. Puffy was never the gangster that he pretended to be. And even when he did carry a gun, he always made his bitches carry it for him. And then when shit did happen, it was Shine and other motherfuckers who actually went to jail. And then it was hoes like J-Ho who went and testified and made sure that he didn't go to jail. Puffy ain't built to be on the run, jumping from country and country and shit. You ain't no American gangster. So in the future, what I predict is there's so much trickery and fraud here. It's an illusion. Pay attention to the illusion. These gatekeepers and the people that work for him, and it's time for him to pay the price. There's planning on how they're going to make him pay the price, but either way, they're coming after him. And either way, he might just be the next Epstein. Imagine that. He commits suicide. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be able to keep running, even though he's going to try. The truth is going to come out, and there's too many broken hearts involved. So that is the energy that I see around P. Diddy. And we'll keep following the case. And I hope this opens up so much into so many other cases. And I hope this makes people see that we don't need to be worshiping these motherfuckers like that. False idols. He done told y'all about them false idols. So we will see. Thanks so much for watching. Please raise the vibration, protect our children, pray, and take care of each other, guys. Thanks so much for watching.